Welcome everyone, yes, to another tutorial from Code Slice, where you learn everything Kivy from the basics. Whether it's in your laptop or your phone, you can definitely code, and that is what we are doing. So we're using here, we're using PyDroid, we're using Kivy Launcher in combination to make something amazing. Yeah, so we're making a search box with some buttons, as you can see. Yes, and so far I think we've made some great progress. So from nothing, now we have these this button at the top, and then we have these two buttons at the bottom, the recent and the context button. Yes, so now this is where now we finally gonna be using or putting in the text input. Yes, it's definitely gonna be fun. Yeah, so let's go on and just change that. So basically at the top, what we want is we want to have this icon, and also we want to have this text input, and the orientation of all of these, um, it will be a horizontal orientation. So as I mentioned before, box layout is very quite good at that. You don't even have to do any changes because by default the orientation is already horizontal. So let's go on ahead and just put in the and work on our uh, uh, text input. So the button that we have there at the top, it's basically this button here. So instead of having just this button, what we want to do is we want to change it into a layout. Let's see, so layout, right? Then we want to leave that button there, and then we want to also have the text text input. Yes, so we're also putting in our text input. Let's see. Yeah, so we have our box layout now. So this is for the button at the top. We have a button, and then we have a text input. Let's go on and see what happens there. So you're gonna see something here, which I think we haven't seen for quite some time, since we haven't had a tutorial about the text input. So as you can see now, what you have a nice button there, and then you also have this text input. Yes, so what we want is, we don't want the text input to for it to cover like the whole area in a way, like, so we want to kind of like make it a bit smaller. We want to make it a bit smaller. So I would recommend that maybe you try to just use padding. Just padding should be fine. Let's see, so padding, maybe 10 by 10 should be fine. 10 by 10. This is specifically only for the this is specifically for the text input, by the way. So just to give it, oh sorry, not for the text input itself, you can't actually do that, but for the box layout. So just giving everything within that box layout a padding of 10, 10 on the x's and 10 on the y's. I just made up a word right now, x's and y's. Okay, let's see what we have. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, there is some padding there that's happening. Yes. Okay, so now so if you input, like, let's say your text in the text input, it's in one line, as you can see, right? And then suppose now you want for everything to just remain that way, only being able to input your text in one line, not really like being able to like go to the next line and things like that. What you can do is you can just use multi-line. So multi-line. So multi-line basically allows you to format your text box, your text input box, to either allow you to just have one line for your text or have multiple lines. So you can just say multi-line, and then if you put it at for false, that means now you can't really like let's say go to the next line or go down. You can only type in one line, which is what is actually best, especially if you're using the text input as a search box. So I would definitely not recommend you um, for you to use like multiple lines. Just keep it at one line, so which means making multi-line just one. So even if you as much as you press there and then you also try to maybe go to the next line, what will happen is that you will not be able to go to the next line, which is quite good. Yeah. And then I think the font size is quite good. If you want to change the font size, it's quite simple to do. It's something which is quite simple to do. You can just say font size. This is if you want to change the font size. So let's say 10, for instance. That is how you change the font size. Yes, as you can see, it's much smaller. It's much smaller. Yeah, maybe too small, let's change it to 20. Yeah, we can change it to 20 and see how that looks. Let's check it out. Yeah, quite good. So that's how you change the font size. And as you saw, there was a form of there was a text, like a text that you could see in the search box, which was kind of like grayed out a bit, where it was written like search in a way. How you put that, actually, it's not really something complicated. I think everything in Kivy, which is what makes Kivy so amazing, it's how simple everything is. It's really simple. Unlike using Pygame or all the other Python platforms, they are a bit complicated, but Kivy really makes this quite simple. All you have to do is you have to put in your hint text. That's all you need, and then you can just simply put in your text that you want there. So in our case, what do we want? So we want to say, let's see, we want to put search, right? Yeah, so if we go on ahead and check that out, there we go. As you can see, search, there we go. And once you press on the text box, then you can just type whatever, yeah. And if you clear it out, the text hint will appear once again, which is quite cool, definitely cool. And what if you don't like the color of the text box? Maybe you want it to be a different color. Actually, it's the same as a button as well. You just change the background color. Once again, Kivy making things very simple for you. So just say background. What color can the background be? I think the background that we want it to be, we want it to be kind of like light gray in a way. So maybe a 0.9 should be fine, or maybe 0.8. Yeah, let's just keep it at 85. Yeah, not 0.85, not 0.85, and 1. Oh wait, we should say background color there, not background color. Yeah, yeah. So this gives us the background color. I see there's like a, okay, yeah. This is the background color now. Yeah, there we go. So there is a change in the color. Yeah, so if you want to try out other colors, please feel free to do so. This is pretty much what we have, what I have today for everyone. Code slice, yes. So please comment, like, subscribe. Definitely some new content coming along, and in the next video you will see how you can actually import like your image or image icon, and then be able to display it within like your Kivy launch and stuff like that. So it's going to be quite amazing. Please be sure to not miss out on that. Subscribe. That's pretty much it, and from me, peace out.